talk about the tournament expanding from 16 to 24 players. And 6 out of the 7 matches so far have been won by, as Jackie mentioned, the lower ranked players. So it just all goes to show how it is on the night. Joe Cullen, quarter-final here 2 years ago, lost to Dave Chisnell. And Stephen Bunting, a quarter-final 2 years ago as well. Bunting, what a performance at the World Championship. Just picked at the post by Gavin Price in the semi-finals. Brilliant effort from Bunting to resurrect his career with some spectacular darts. Cullen, for me, featuring one of the best games ever seen at the Ali Pali, when he missed match darts to lose to Van Gerwen 4-3 in the last 16. But I think that's one thing that Joe will be trying to put to bed
It's like Joe to the
2021. So often the nearly man in really big games. Remember that epic world match play clash with Gary Anderson. Again, missed match dart, just couldn't quite bring it home. Immense talent, Cullen.
Yeah, he's almost there, isn't he? You almost feel like it's just around the corner, but the longer the corner is, the harder it is to do and achieve. Certainly got the talent, and as you say, that blitz in, certainly that middle part of that match against Michael van Gerwen was as good as anything you will see. Both plays here absolutely everything, and Michael van Gerwen had to play his utmost best to scrape over the line. Just shows you how good that match was. Stephen Bunting's run certainly, as you said, reinvigorated his career.
140.
Couldn't wait for the start of the season, this tournament. Practicing hard at home.
.97. Joe, you require 134.
Well, both players are capable, very capable of producing some brilliant darts and challenging, and there we have an example of Joe Cullen's brilliance in the opening leg of the match. 1-3-4. Made it look easy.
Yes, nice little 12 darter there. And Stephen Bunting just letting him know he's there. Well, the early signs are pretty good here, Stuart. They built it up.
121.
Not letting us down. Now, 2 years ago, Bunting who lost to Chisnell in the quarters. Cullen lost to Wade. And that was a couple of years ago, wasn't it, that Bunting replaced Gary Anderson in the field. Anderson having to withdraw.
.100.
Just shows you as well, Stuart, that when things aren't going in your direction, you're losing matches, all of a sudden one run in a big TV event
84.
just gets you going again. That's why you've got to really, really dig deep. We all know these players can play. Bunting,
73.
double 11.
Joe, you require 100.
Pulling an outside chance here. More than an outside chance.
Games from the second leg.
1-3-4. Now 100. He's doubled his lead.
Game on.
Great start from Cullen. As you mentioned earlier, Stuart,
96.
sometimes gets involved in such high-quality matches and then just gets pipped at the end.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Joe Cullen's career
82.
has been a slow burner, hasn't it? We have seen on more than one occasion just how very, very good he is.
180.
In the third leg here, he's averaging 128.
Not too shabby, as they say.
12 darter, 12 darter. He's on course possibly for another one here. What's he capable of, do you think, Cullen?
Well, he's capable of winning anything, but it's all about sometimes you've got to get over the line. Everybody wants to play the best and win a match and play brilliant, but sometimes you've just got to drag yourself over the line if it's not the best performance. It's all about winning the match.
180, Joe, you
Bunting gets his second max. But he's in danger. He's going 3-0 down here.
71. Stephen, you require 139.
Can't do it now.
99. Joe, you require 20.
Can Cullen continue this early blitz? He certainly can.
Joe Cullen. Fourth leg, Stephen to go first. Game on.
Oh, brilliant from Joe Cullen.
Might just be worth mentioning at this stage that Michael van Gerwen
140.
holds the top 4 averages in the history of the Masters. The best ever, 112.49, in beating Van Barneveld in the final back in 2015. Cullen's at the moment averaging 120. Can he maintain that? There he is, the 5 times Masters champ.
125.
You have to remember as well, Stephen Bunting's not playing badly, and that's sometimes the difference you forget when somebody's playing so well, or he's 3-0 up. His opponent is averaging 115 himself, and he's 3-0 down.
All he's done is miss 1 dart at double 11.
100.
Only, if you can call it a mistake.
Well, surprised he went for the treble 20 with the second dart there, but he's got away with it by virtue of quality darts and 2 big trebles. Left himself a finish. And the way he's been going, you almost feel he's going to have a throw at
96.
the
Joe, you
bull or
require
the double,
129.
depending on which way he goes.
He went double 18, nothing wrong with that.
89. Stephen, you require 40.
Bunting just be relieved if he can get a leg on the board.
Games from the 4th leg. Stephen Bunting, 5th leg go to throw first.
It's a strange thing at that point there, Stuart. When you're 3-0 down, you know you're playing well, but you still have to just take away that little bit of an edge and get your first leg on the board.
80.
Joe Cullen is playing as well here as he did in the match we mentioned earlier in the World Championships against Van Gerwen.
45.
It's all about doing it all the way through the match. He's not doing a bad job so far.
93.
Averaging 121.28. He just crept up over 122 now.
55.
An outstanding miss from Joe Cullen.
96.
Gerwin Price will be a very interested spectator, no doubt, in his hotel room. What a moment that will be for the Welshman to be introduced by John McDonald on Saturday night as the new world #1 and the champion of the world.
With the proudest man in the building.
Joe, you require 132.
Didn't have to go for the bull route. That's okay. 19s or 15s.
82.
It's okay.
$132. Joe, you require 50. Games from the 5th leg.
From Cullen.
Joe Cullen.
115.55, a 4-1 lead, 4 out of 6 on the doubles. Outstanding. Can he finish the job? We'll find out after the break. Cullen leads 4-1. And during the break, Stephen Bunting looked over to the commentary box over here, caught 96. My eye, and just put his hands out as if to say, what can I do? Because his opponent is
97.
playing his 8th star game. And Bunting has got to find a way. As Alan said earlier, in our last game, 1 leg at a time.
140.
And he knows he has the game. The question is, can Cullen maintain this golden run?
59.
The important thing for Stephen's point of view is he knows he's playing well. If you know you're playing well, you've always got a chance, despite the deficit and the way your opponent's playing.
58.
So he knows he's still got a chance. I think this next leg here is the big one, because it would put Joe Cullen one leg away, but seems to have lost his mojo
63.
at the moment. His average has dropped to a measly 110.
140.
A star, we said at the break, must do better. We say no. Only 110.
96. Stephen, you require 67.
A good response here from Bunting out of the break.
59.
No finish for Cullen.
100. Stephen, you require 8.
Got to take it now. Move on to the next leg. One dart left.
Games from the
Crucial
sixth
last start there
leg.
from
Stephen
Bunting.
Bunting, seventh leg Joe to throw third.
Kept his composure there. Needed to.
57.
Sometimes that break can make a difference. Bunting will be hoping that this is one of those occasions.
That's exactly what will be on his mind, Stuart.
140.
He knows that he was absolutely blitzed in that first session, and the second one has
96.
almost been the complete opposite. In fact, Stephen Bunting might even overtake him on the averages. 0.04 between them, where it was 8 to 9 before.
140.
It's been a really good response, this, from Bunting.
60. 140.
Yeah.
Stephen, you
There's a bit of
require
a growl there. You could see he's got
121.
his scoring back, because the first sort of leg and a half of this session hasn't been anywhere near the level he did in the first 5 legs.
It would be
No,
disappointing,
65.
Alan, the
Joe,
fact
you
that he hit a
require
180.
68.
Cullen made a poor start. Bunting hasn't had a dart at a double. Is he going to get one?
36.
He is now. The chance to pounce.
Stephen, you require 56.
Well, this 56 for Stephen Bunting is massive. Tops. And he
Games
gets
from the
it.
7th leg. Stephen Bunting.
Great response from Stephen Bunting.
8th leg
after
Stephen
that
to throw first.
Blitz
Game on.
in that first session, Stuart. This just didn't look likely. As I said, Stephen Bunting was grasping hold of the fact that he was still playing well.
100.
It was a feature of the way he played and his mental fortitude at the World Championship as well. It's a big part that
96.
he's stuck in there and got the reward of a semi-final spot, and so nearly reached the final itself.
95. 134.
It's a game deserving of a last leg decider. But you and I were talking before a dart was thrown tonight, and saying that this
87.
has all the potential to be the match of the night. And so it's proved to be. Saving the best for last.
Well, we were going off the world,
126.
wouldn't we? As we mentioned, how well they both played in the World Championships, but as we say, it's almost a month since they've played.
It's amazing what a bit of confidence can do as well.
Staying there.
140. Joe, you require 145.
And Cullen, to be fair, must have been absolutely
105.
distraught. Well, he was
Stephen, you
distraught
require
after losing
79.
to Michael van Gerwen. And I've come back from that. Tops for Bunting.
39.
Well, a chance gone.
Joe, you acquire 40.
This is the point where the game could change. Well, you can see the pressure all of a sudden. He's on Joe. Can he compose himself?
Did the right thing, stepping back. Getting closer.
Gage on the 8th leg. Joe Cullen.
Show of emotion. It's a break of throw. Cullen now is throwing for the match. Bunting with one dart for 4-4.
So first, game on.
Game changer, Stuart, really was. To wait and see what happens in the conclusion of the match, but at this point, that's how you feel.
57.
That last leg was. Bunting fought his way back into the match. Could he do it again?
Yeah.
140.
Capable.
$29.
Well, that would be music to the ears of Stephen Bunting. Remember, this is against a throw.
$86.
The last couple of legs won against the dart.
81.
Both averaging 102. Cullen unable to replicate the dazzling darts of the first 5 legs.
135.
Wicked
Deflection for Bunting there.
It's actually not a bad deflection looking at the scoreline, is it really?
140.
Obviously he was a bit
Stephen,
disappointed it wasn't a max.
140. $100.
Brilliant from Bunting to stay in the match. He's left tops after 12 against the dart.
$80. Stephen, you acquire 40. Gage on the
13 dart, break and throw.
Well done, Stephen Bunting. He said he had to fight back, and that's what he's doing.
First, game on.
And this has to be, like we've said, Stuart, a culmination of how well he played in the World Championships. He's got that belief back.
Don't forget, this is a guy
96.
who just a couple of years ago was even thinking about calling it quits because things were going so poorly for him.
Happens to a lot of players,
96.
Stuart. That next win is around the corner.
Yeah.
Changes everything. Or next good run in a big major. So many good players around nowadays, you can even play well and get beat, as we've seen so often.
It's credit to him. You know, over the last 3 or 4 years, we've seen so many names who
134.
were regular features in the world's top 16 and top 32 just disappear without a trace.
129.
Not much in this leg. Stephen Bunting throwing first. Oh, that's unlucky. I think he went for the
79.
bullseye there.
Yeah. Never a good time to get a bounce out. But that certainly wasn't.
96.
In this match situation, Bunting looking to take us to a deciding leg. What a good game it's been.
First session from Cullen was outstanding, it really was, and for Stephen Bunting to hang in there just shows you
60.
the qualities that he's not just got in his locker, but able to perform up there on the stage doing it.
100. Stephen, you acquire 132.
No joy for Bunting. So Cullen here, you would expect to have at least one match dart.
Just making sure he's got his score correct. Treble 10 was the shot.
Joe, you require 80.
It is 1 for the match for Joe Cullen.
Game
To complete a brilliant performance. What a game! Stephen Bunting averaging 102. He stormed back into it, but Joe Cullen again right on the money. And Cullen's 6-4 win earns him a shot at the world champ Gerwyn Price on Saturday night here at the Masters.